for this. After doing some research and looking at the borough code and looking at the municipality's planning code, it is not up to borough council to appoint the zoning hearing board solicitor. Both the MPC and the borough code give express authority to the, explicit authority to the zoning hearing board to appoint their legal counsel. That's how it's been done in the past. Mr. Sagner was selected by the zoning hearing board and interviewed by the zoning hearing board in 2018. And there is case law to that effect that upheld that decision and what the MPC says. So with that, I mean, I don't think this would need to go any further with borough council, given the fact that the zoning hearing board has that authority.
Any comment there?
No
Mr. McCoy?
comments.
Any public comment regarding?
I would like to point out that many members of the zoning hearing board are here to express their support for Mr. Sagner. And if you'd like to hear from any of them,
A couple people have raised their hands, so if you want to come up to the microphone, just please state your name and where you live. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Michael Pastino. I live at 505 North New Street, Westchester. I'm a member of the Zoning Hearing Board. I'm here to support Art Sagner. I'm happy to answer any questions you may have, but what Mr. Gore said is correct. As far as our reading of the MPC is concerned, we have the ability to hire our solicitor. We're very happy with Mr. Sagner, and we would like him to continue to be our solicitor. Happy to answer any questions you may have to me. I know there's some other people here that feel the same way. If you want to speak with them, I'm sure they'd be happy to speak with you.
I don't have any questions. Any questions?
No, none.
All right. Thank you.
one more comment.
Good evening. I'll try not to be repetitive from last week. I'm David Sweet. I'm chairman of the Zoning Hearing Board, 309 West Virginia Avenue. Just real quickly, I kind of see this as substantive and procedural. The substance is if somebody doesn't want the current solicitor, there must be something wrong. And if there was something wrong, likelihood is that we would know, we the Zoning Hearing Board. And I think I can state that there's unanimity that that's not the case. So that's the substance. The process, as has been stated, we have the ability to hire and fire. I personally don't really want that, right? We had a procedure in 2017 that produced Art as the solicitor. The borough sent an RFP. The respondents were interviewed by the Zoning Hearing Board. We made the recommendation back to council. Council saw fit. That's how I would see the process running. But if it has to, the MPC does give us that authority. So that's all I have. Thanks.
Thank you.
And real quick, I just want to add for full transparency, the reason that the zoning hearing board has that authority, and this was stated in the opinion of the case law, is that they don't want the elected officials having enough influence over the zoning hearing board and the decisions that are rendered. The zoning hearing board is a separate entity of borough council. They're a quasi judicial board that make decisions. They're not a recommending body. And that's the reason why the zoning hearing board is given that power to select their legal counsel.
Thank you. Is there any other public comment? Seeing none, I guess we could call this a 2-0 decision not to move forward. Okay. Thank you. With that, we can move forward to action item 4A, and that's to schedule a public hearing date and adopt an ordinance to discuss amending the zoning code to allow community gardens.
So we recommend a date of August 16th, which is that the regular meeting or the works? That's the voting session of borough council.
I don't have any questions. Mr. McCoy,
No questions.
any public questions? Okay, we can move forward with that, call that a 2-0 decision. Next are approve the 2023 HARB submissions. Number 104 East Gay Street. Sign for La Cava Coffee Company.
This is for a sign for a new business there, 104, and this was approved with a minor change, and they just wanted to verify that that sign was going to be at least 8 feet above the sidewalk per the zoning code.
Thank you. Any questions, Mr. McCoy?
No questions.
Any public questions? Okay. We move forward with item B, or excuse me, 1B, 106 South High Street, Matt Reichert, stair and rail replacement.
Yep, this was approved as submitted by HARB. They had no issues with this improvement here.
Questions, Mr. McCoy?
No questions.
Any public questions? We can move forward, calling that a 2-0 decision. Item 3, 27 West Gate Street, East Coast Roofing Systems.
Yep, this was for a roof replacement at that address, and this too was approved as submitted by HARB. And this was questionable as to whether they even needed to go to HARB. Out of an abundance of caution, we sent them there, and it's really that red portion that you see there is the only portion that's visible. So that's why we sent them there.
Thank you. I don't have any questions. Any questions, Mr. McCoy?
No questions.
Any public questions? We call that a 2-0. Item 4, 239 East Market Street, signs à la carte. It looks like MVP Recovery.
This is HARB approved, recommended approval with the following changes or conditions, and it was just that the background of the sign be an off-white rather than a stark white color. And it's not going to be the for lease sign. I think that's just a. They
Thank you
shouldn't.
for that clarification. Any questions, Mr. McCoy?
No questions.
Okay, any public comment? All right, we could call that a 2-0 decision. Item 5, 120 North Church, Catherine Allen, sign Twin Valley Coffee.
Yeah, for Twin Valley Coffee, I know a lot of people are looking forward to their opening. This was approved as submitted, just with one condition that they can only have one hanging sign. They were proposing 2. We discussed with them that they're only allowed to have 1, so they were going to eliminate the second one from their application.
I have no questions, Mr. McCoy.
No questions.
Any public questions? We can call item 5 2-0. Item C, approve June 2023 Smart Growth Minutes. Approved. Any public comment? Any other business? Seeing none, hearing none. It's adjourned at 6:11.